What have we learned about successful leaders in terms of how they manage their teams or how they're driving collaboration through organizations?
Network analysis gives us the chance to be able to look at and see who's interacting with whom.
So 3 to 5% of the people, 20 to 35% of the value add. And usually if I compare my list against your list, who you're paying attention to in the top talent programs or things like that, there's only about a 50% overlap. So usually I can expect it to take about 3 years for most people to come into a strong culture company and replicate the connectivity of a high performer. We can do a lot to really streamline that.
The reality is it's not so much the team members and the composition of the team members that drive the result, it's the pattern of connectivity that forms inside and outside of the group.
Everybody stand up for me. Let's do this quickly.
80% or less. And so what you can see, if you can see the audience here, for those of you away, we have, let's say, 75% of the room down. We have some brave souls still up. 100% or less. Let's see. And usually there is one person that stays up, yeah. At 101%, it really ticked off.
The idea is that a huge proportion of our time is going into collaborative activities. We've seen this rise at least 50% over the past decade, and it's not going away.
If you look at what more effective networks do for individuals, it's not a big network. Over and over and over again, we continue to see there's typically a negative relationship between just knowing a lot of people and likelihood of success over time. The people that are doing better and kind of getting on and staying in that upward category, but also, God forbid, happy, they're managing demands down. When they do invest, it's more in bridging ties that build that confidence, build that broader sense of ability to respond, and then they're energizers. Right, they're people that create pull.
Being an energizer is 4 times the predictor of a high performer as anything else we've seen.
And what was amazing about it is you go from this idea of having a culture of fear in an organization and thinking, what do you do, to actually seeing where it's being generated in the group. Right? So it boils it down to saying, okay, it's not so much a culture of fear, it's 40 leaders that are just not leading well.
The more efficient collaborators, they tend to do 3 categories of things. One is that they put structure into their work differently in ways that shield them from collaborative demand. 2 is that they're really cognizant of their own identity triggers, things that have us jump in when we shouldn't. And then 3rd is behaviors. It's not kind of email that kills us a lot of times, it's a culture of use we allow to persist around it. It's not meetings that kill us, it's a lack of discipline before, during, and after the companies fall out of.
What do you do with the freed time? Right? Do you just go about the same activities faster, or do you find ways to get scale around yourself?
So why does this matter for leadership, and kind of summary points? One is in teams throughout the organization, more effective leaders, they're managing the network as well, right? It's the center, the fringe, the silos, and this agility idea. Number 2, when you're looking at their own connectivity, they're managing that more proactively.